No, no. She thought about going, but in the end it didn't happen.
She's been there several months now.
My daughter in Paris? No, listen, they don't even speak English.
Look. Hi, well, in this video I'm going to do a review of a film in 2020. Well, it's not it's we are, because I'm going to do this again with my friends, and I'm going to be sort of just delivering the introduction of the review. Well, the film is The Father 2020, which is directed by Florian Zeller, based on his 2012 play, and is written by Christopher Hampton together with Florian Zeller himself. And this film plots an old man called Anthony who refuses all assistance from his daughter Anne as he ages. And as he tries to make sense of his changing circumstances, he begins to doubt his loved ones, his own minds, and the fabric of his reality. When we look at the genre, which is drama, what may come first in mind is that
are we going to be watching a 1 hour and 37-minute conversation of an old man refusing the assistance from his daughter?
Well, that probably is. But I can say this film serves differently because of this one. What is intriguing from this film is that whose point of view this film uses. This film uses Anthony as the protagonist by whom we see the whole film.
Yeah, and so where's the interest?
The interest is that Anthony is just not an old man, a normal old man. In fact, he is an old man with a dementia. Dementia is not actually that normal. According to World Health Organization, dementia is a syndrome, usually of a chronic or progressive nature, in which there is deterioration in cognitive functions, such as the ability to process thought, beyond what might be expected from normal aging. But if we look further from an article from Delogitis and R. Watson with the title Dementia in Older People, an update, it is said that dementia is not a normal part of aging, but predominantly affects older people, with global prevalence rates over the age of 60 years ranging between 5% to 7%, and increasing exponentially with age, with an estimated 20% of people over 85 years. So it actually can be said that dementia is a normal thing that older people will experience.
Like, oh come on, we'll be old, like we'll be forgetting things, we'll be losing something, but that is normal. And what are you expecting from an old man's memory? Are you wishing him to be remembering the algebra and like mathematics and all the mathematics?
I mean, of course, no. Like, I don't remember. But the thing is, dementia is not only apart when you forgetting such mathematics formula or so on, but it can in a chronic case. People who have chronic dementia will have an awareness of places, an awareness of time, and the difficulties to recognize their own friends or families. So this film tries to depict that condition. The film tries to make the audiences feel the world from a dementia patient's view, to see how confusing things are mixed up and you don't even know how and you don't even know why. Sometimes you will see your daughter as this, and sometimes you will see your daughter as this, and it turns out your daughter is actually this, but you don't really remember. And that is what this film is trying to make the audiences feel. And why can I say that this is a dementia? Because there are things in the film showing that there are puzzle things that dementia patient usually experience, and for that kind of things are going to be delivered by my friends.
Makes this film really good is how the director visualizes what dementia is and how do people suffer dementia through Anthony's character. So Anthony, as a late-stage dementia patient in this film, has some symptoms that are going on in this film. The first symptom is that Anthony is actually unaware of his place. So in this film, the setting of place in which mostly take place in Anthony's flat, there are some changes in Anthony's flat that just going on in this film throughout the film, such as there are some props that went missing and there are some props that just suddenly appear there. And Anthony is the only character that just seem to notice this, and the other characters seem to not notice these changes and thinks that the flat is actually quite the same as it is before. So this encourages the idea that actually Anthony does not know where he lives and does not know what is going on with his place, and in which is a symptom of dementia, which is unawareness of place. And the second symptom that Anthony is unaware of his time, which are emphasized by the repetitions of dialogues and scenes. So Anthony, as a character, experiences some dialogues and some scenes twice throughout the film, and it actually points out that actually Anthony does not know what time it is and so on. There is also even big evidence of a scene that just tells us that actually Anthony does not know what time it is. In this particular scene, Anthony just wakes up from bed and is going to have a breakfast, and we as audience know because we can see it from the beginning of the scene that he just wakes up and so on. But then when he is going to have a breakfast with his daughter and her husband, his daughter told him that it was actually 8 in the evening, at 8 in the morning, and they are going to have dinner instead, not breakfast. So again, this points out that actually Anthony is unaware of his time. He does not know what time it is or what day it is, and so on.
Okay, so both of my friends have explained about dementia and also the symptoms of dementia, which are unawareness of time and place. Now, there are also other symptoms that happen with dementia people that I want to highlight, which are having a difficulty in recognizing the relatives and also changing behavior. These two symptoms happen in the movie, and the movie really did a good job in presenting these two symptoms. Now, the first symptoms that I want to talk about is having difficulty in recognizing relatives. Now, Anthony in the movie, not only he loses track of time and place, but also he can't recognize his own relative. For example, his own daughter, and at the beginning of the movie show us about the Anne character. We know how she looks like and we know his personalities. But later in the movie, Anne character suddenly changed into a completely different person with different character with different look. And this makes Anthony confused because this is not because he believed that this is not Anne that he used to know. Now this shows that Anthony has a difficulty in recognizing his own family or his own relative, and this also happened not only with Anne but also other characters that involved in the movie, such as his caretaker and also Anne's husband, Paul. Now, the second symptoms is changing behavior. Now, in this movie, Anthony experienced a drastically changing behavior. Like, for example, like at the beginning part of the movie, till at the beginning until the middle part of the movie clearly show to us, the audience, how energetic Anthony is. Like he convinced other people that he can take care of himself and he doesn't need any caretaker. But later, at the end of the movie, the ending of the movie, we clearly see how fragile Anthony is. Like when at the ending, where Anthony realized that the whole time the movie actually take place in in the caretaker house, and Anthony suddenly experienced the drastically changing behavior. Like suddenly crying, and also he asked for his mom to come and fetch him. Now this clearly show the drastically changing behavior of Anthony. Now from the symptoms that we have talked about, We conclude that the father managed to successfully visualize dementia and the perspective of dementia people through its protagonist, Anthony. The movie shows the perspective of a late-stage dementia patient who cannot recognize and lose track of time and place, having a difficulty in recognizing the relative, and also experience a drastically changing behavior. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you and goodbye. Have a nice day.